Hey, I'm getting on here tonight to do a devotional. It was much later in the day than I anticipated doing it, but I'm going to go ahead and do one here. And this is the sixth one I'm doing. And as the kids like to say, and as my daughter Colby likes to say, 6, 7, I may be doing a 6 and 7 here back to back, but I will post these. So, just wanted to share one last thing on hope. Not that I'm not going to talk about hope again in the future, but last kind of the theme of the first week of Advent was hope, and I want to kind of put one final story to that, and then we're going to get into peace that this week of Advent is focusing in on. So, there's a story of an elderly woman who was struggling with her first Christmas alone. Her husband had just died just a few months prior through cancer, slow developing cancer. Now, several days before Christmas, she was almost snowed in by a brutal weather system. She felt so alone, so much so she decided she wasn't going to decorate for Christmas. And that afternoon, the doorbell rang and there was a delivery boy with a box. He said, "Mrs. Thornhome," that was her name. Would you sign here?" She invited him to step inside and close the door to get away from the cold. She signed the paper and said, "What's in the box?" The young man laughed and opened up the flap, and inside was a little puppy, a golden Labrador retriever. The delivery boy picked up the squirming pup and explained, "This is for you, ma'am. He's 6 weeks old, completely housebroken." The young puppy began to wiggle in happiness at being released from captivity. "Who sent this?" Mrs. Thornhope asked. The young man set the animal down and handed her an envelope and said, "It's all explained here in this envelope, ma'am. The dog was bought last July while its mother was still pregnant. It was meant to be a Christmas gift to you." The young man then handed her a book, "How to Care for Your Labrador Retriever." She again asked, "Who sent me this puppy?" As the young man turned to leave, he said, "Your husband, ma'am. Merry Christmas." She opened up the letter from her husband. He'd written it 3 weeks before he died and left it with the kennel owners to be delivered with the puppy as his last Christmas gift to her. The letter was full of love and encouragement and admonishments to be strong. He vowed that he was waiting for the day when she would join him. He had sent her this young animal to keep her company until then. She wiped away the tears, put the letter down, and then, remembering the puppy at her feet, picked up the golden furry ball and held it to her neck. Then she looked out the window at the lights that outlined the neighbor's house, and she heard from the radio in the kitchen the strains of "Joy to the World, the Lord has come." Suddenly she felt the most amazing sensation of peace washing over her. Her heart felt a joy and wonder greater than her grief and loneliness. "Little fella," she said to the dog, "it's just you and me, but you know what? There's a box down in the basement I bet you like. It's got a little Christmas tree and some decorations and some lights that are going to impress you. And there's a manger scene down there. Let's go get it." God has a way of sending a signal of light to remind us that life is stronger than death. Light is more powerful than darkness. God is more powerful than Satan. Good will overcome evil. And that's the hope that we celebrate this Christmas time. God bless.